What do you think, Lou? First time with the fermentator.
This is the first time I've pulled the fermentator, and I'm pretty impressed. It is sure making it pretty visually appealing with the nice furrows and the smoothness of the plot, because this plot was pretty rough. You could have done one pass with this thing. We call it the top plot, right?
Yeah.
Big top plot, kind of on the it'd be the east, kind of the southeast side of the farm, and it's a pretty big one. I'd say an 1.5 acres for sure. And we're putting the feeding frenzy in. The way we're going to hunt this is we're going to have to put an enclosed blind. Since we're kind of out in the middle of the field, there's not a lot of tree options. So we're going to take an enclosed blind and set it right up on top of this knob. And with any kind of south wind, it's going to be hitting you in the face walking in. And it can't be any kind of north, but any kind of south or even like a straight west wouldn't kill you. And we'll just walk through the switchgrass and pop right in. And then you're overlooking this food plot, and then you're going to have good habitat there to the south. A lot of people ask, why are you sticking food plots out in the middle of fields? Well, obviously the invention of these nice tight enclosed blinds definitely helped, but we've surrounded this field with habitat. Year one it might not be great for habitat, but once the switchgrass gets established, then it will pretty much be like hunting right in the middle of thick timber or any kind of thick habitat. It makes entry and exit a little bit easier too when you're out in the middle of these fields and you've got good habitat surrounding you, because you can cut little walking lanes, and if you're doing your e-bike, you can cut little e-bike lanes and sneak in, sneak out without being seen.
When we first started looking at this farm, way back in, I don't know, I think it was February or March, before we ever set foot on it, we got on the Hunt Stand app and used the fly-through feature on it. And what that allows you to do is, it's almost like having a drone on the property where you can fly through and see the actual terrain and how it lays. And it's fairly valuable, because when you're looking at an aerial map, it just looks flat. And even with topo lines, that really doesn't show everything that needs to be shown. So like I said, we went on Hunt Stand Pro and flew through, and we identified this plot right here. This is actually down on the bottom, and then our last plot that we were just in is up on the top of a hill. So both of these are basically a south wind stand field, or if we have really good MRI, we know a deer is bedding in a certain spot and coming here, we might be able to cheat just a little bit and get a west-northwest wind, which is our predominant wind in the fall. We could probably slip in here, and I am standing probably about 30 to 35 yards from where he will most likely be. But we've got a bunch of really good scrape trees around this field. It's about an acre and a half to 1.75 acre field. We're going to do feeding frenzy in this, and I'm actually going to topsoil some Durana clover back into it. And we're going to keep this a perennial field. We want this to be the attraction for this property for years to come. It's right dead center in it, right next to bedding. We're going to have a lot of deer in the next couple of years start to utilize this farm and call it home. We're building the habitat, providing food. They couldn't ask for anything more.